town baker. How's everybody doing today? Oh, I just love your comments and suggestions, especially the pictures that you guys are sending in of all the delicious things you're baking based on small town bakers recipes and tips. So let's get started. Today we're going to make really simple, easy banana bread. The best banana bread you've ever had. It truly is the best. So guess what we're going to do first? We're going to put the oven on. So we're going to bake today at 350. So we'll get that going, and then of course we got to wash our hands. So of course we got to keep COVID out of the kitchen, so we got to wash our hands. Now my good friend Allison in the healthcare industry gave me some more tips on washing my hands, so I'm going to use that. And I have to, the people working in healthcare right now are truly amazing. And if there is anything I can do for you, you let me know. If you want a delivery of some of the hometown baking specials, I would be more than happy to do that. Now, my husband Jeff might have he's probably having a heart attack right now listening to that. But anyways, because you know, real butter, it ain't cheap. Anyways, here we go. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vets alive ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we cruise the seas for American gold. We fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Happy birthday to whoever. There. So hopefully that was a good hand washing. I'm sure it was, and hopefully I can keep my hands away from my nose because some people have commented on that too. I'm trying. But anyways, here we go. So again, this is so simple, people. Anybody can do it. I'm gonna mash up some ripe bananas. These bananas were in the freezer, so anytime bananas start to turn a little bit brown, these ones are all a little too fresh, but when they turn a little bit brown, I throw them in the freezer, boom, let them thaw, give them a little mash, and they are ready to go. So, ooh, my masher is a little mashed itself anyway, so just ignore that. Hint for Christmas maybe, family. Okay, so we're gonna make sure those bananas are mashed. We're gonna add our sugar right into that, so we need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So there's a little more than that, half a cup. And then guess what? A half of a half is a quarter. So there we go. Again, small town baker measurements, nothing needs to be perfect. Again, baking for as long as I have. Just comes naturally. So we're gonna give that a mix. Oh, we need a large egg. I forgot to get the egg out. Don't look in my fridge. There we go. All right, so we got the egg. And a lot of people beat this first. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it in. All right, so we're gonna throw that in. I might get a fork, break it up a little bit. Listen, this way we save dishes, right? So there, we give that a little whip in there. So we got our sugar, our eggs, our bananas, and then just a teaspoon of vanilla, and that's all of our wet ingredients. So boom, that's about right. Okay, give that another little stir. Okay, and then we are gonna mix our dry ingredients in a separate bowl. I think I mentioned to you before that sometimes if you've ever get a clump of baking soda in something you've baked, ooh, it's not tasty. So I'm just going to put a cup, and then a half of a half gives you a half. So there's a cup and a half of flour. Okay, a little pinch of salt. Oh, forgot the salt. Okay, bear with me. Here we go. Okay, salt, a little pinch of salt. Pinch. Okay, and a teaspoon of baking soda. So we'll get that right in here. Again, just throw that in there. So we want to give that a stir. right here. We'll get another... Okay, so we just mix that up. So that's all of our dry ingredients. Okay. Now, before I put these two together, I'm going to get my pan ready. So I'm just going to quickly throw some Pam on my pan. Oh, as you can see, it's a loaf pan. And I spray towards the sink so nothing gets on the floor, because you don't want to slip in your kitchen floor. That would be slightly embarrassing, especially if I did it right on the episode. Then I take a little bit of flour and I just move that around. I do have a non-stick pan, but my mom, Marion, remember Marion? She's always told me to grease the pan first, just so that nothing sticks. So now, remember how I told you about cookies? You can mix as long as you want. Those got banana bread, not so much. You only want to mix to combine, okay? And some people will just mix these ingredients, put it in the loaf pan. Others, especially my producer, Maggie, said that I need to add some chocolate chips. So feel free, you don't have to add the chocolate chips, but some people do. So I'm just gonna fold that in gently. Again, with banana bread, you don't wanna overmix. Now the neat thing about this recipe too is that you can also just put it in muffin tins, mini muffin tins or regular muffin tins, and have them as banana muffins or banana chocolate chip muffins. So whichever you feel works for you. Today, we're feeling loaf. So we're making a loaf. So there we go. So you can see the dry ingredients are almost combined. And I'm just gonna add some chocolate chips. Remember, chocolate chips, no need to measure. I don't like too many chocolate chips in it, but just enough to kind of give you that flavor. Okay, so mix. And again, you don't want to overmix, so just make sure it's all kind of combined. You can't see any of the dry ingredients, but you don't want to overmix it either. All right, now listen, I am just a small town baker. I'm not perfect, so guess what? When we did the wet ingredients, I forgot the butter. Remember how we talk about always having some sort of fat in your recipe? Well, we need to have the butter. So luckily we caught it in time. So I'm gonna take 1/3 of a cup of butter. That's about 1/3 of a cup. I'm gonna stick it in the microwave and just melt that. Like I said, everybody can't be perfect. Okay, so I just went and melted the 1/3 of a cup of butter. And like I said, this is not that hard to ruin. So this will still be fine. I'm just gonna mix it in again just to combine it in there. And then we'll get it in the pan. So just, okay, so we've got our batter here all ready to go. We're gonna stick that in our pan. And, I might have overdone the chocolate chips a little bit. Not great for the budget, but anyways, if there's any sponsors out there that see some products I'm using that wanna support me, just log on to my YouTube channel and get in touch with me. I'd welcome any offers. So, here we go. There we are. So you can see it's in the pan, ready to go. Our oven's at 350. We're gonna stick it in the oven. I put it on a cookie tray too, just to help, just so that the bottom doesn't brown as much. I'm not sure if it really works, but that's what I do. And I'm gonna set my timer for 45 minutes, and then I'll check it at 45. It can take anywhere, depending on your oven, 45 to 60 minutes.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, the timer rang at about 50 minutes. I'm gonna take a toothpick and just stick it in there just to make sure there's no batter. Came clear, and it looks nice and golden. So I'm going to grab a oven mitt and take it out. And there we go, nice and golden brown. Again, it smells delicious. I wish I could send you the smells through the phone. So we're gonna put that on a cooling rack and then we'll wrap it up. Here we are, chocolate chip banana bread made by the small town baker. Easy peasy, it smells delicious. I wish you could smell it, but I want to thank my production assistant, editor, and filmer, Maggie. She is amazing. One of my fans suggested that I show the ingredient list at the end of the shows.